never had to knock on wood. That's an old song. Anyways, we got these two Candylab cars. They are made of solid beech wood, at least the bodies, and then they have die-cast bases. They're much bigger than Hot Wheels, but they're small, right? And so Candylabs are designed in Brooklyn, New York, and there's some of these are made in China, and I think some of the bigger ones might even be made in the U.S. This is the part number of this pink pink sedan, not station wagon. I'm guessing it's supposed to be maybe a Cadillac, but this one has a slide-out box with coated paper, which is good for the toy because the plastic won't scratch up the paint so much. But unfortunately, this is not coated, so you can see all the scratches, hopefully, on the top of this cabin. Yeah, so that's not good. But at least, well, yeah, it's just not good. I wish the whole box was coated paper. But at least on these surfaces, oh boy. Oh, well, there's a little pink on the inside over there as well. So, you can't expect these things to be perfect, basically, partially because of the packaging, and then partially because they're actually wooden toy cars. So wood is not a perfect material. As you can see here, there's a gap here because the wood may have warped during drying, or maybe it was sanded or something. And then oddly, there's some sort of yellow. Oh, that's probably glue residue, wood glue residue, but let's see. Oh, pleasantly, I think you can, if you work at it, you might be able to get that off. This is a little eyelash Q-tip thing. It's alright. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to live with it the way it is. I guess we're starting on the back end here. This is a saw blade cutout, and it's got a really shiny foil sticker, or, yeah, I think it's a sticker. You probably don't want to pick at that. It might peel up. And then the pink paint there, it's not metallic, it's just a regular pink water-based paint of some sort. Yeah, sadly I can see some scratches from the shipping vibration there. It's not perfectly smooth, but it's fine. It's fine. This is nice, pretty nice here. A little bit of scratching up in that corner. Oh, this is not so nice though. So they use some sort of CNC process to, mill out these headlight recesses. There's a little extra paint there I'm trying to get out. But unfortunately, as you can see, there's a bunch of pink paint. That's kind of weird. It's almost as if they put these white stickers in before they painted it pink. Wouldn't it make sense to paint the body pink first and then put in the stickers? But what else would be the explanation for that extra pink paint here? And also, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pressing hard. You see how little recess this is? Whereas this is much deeper, deeper. It's like this hole wasn't cut deep enough. So that's weird. I don't know if these things are literally hand drilled, which would be very time consuming and illogical. But maybe they are, because look at this. The spacing between these two holes is very small compared to the spacing of this. So that's weird. They are really wasting a lot of time having a human being literally drill 4 holes into this piece of wood. If it was CNC machined, right, it would be perfect, but maybe it's their choice to actually have this handmade 100% because it's not perfect on purpose, right? Clearly this is not a perfectly milled out front end, but I guess it, you know what, now it's starting to look like a Homer Simpson's car, right? Because it's all messed up, right? Alright, that's what I'm going with. This is Homer Simpson's car now. And yeah, it's a pink sedan. Maybe that was the inspiration behind this colorway. Okay, well, we have this die-cast base telling you it's Candylab stuff, and then it's screwed into the wood. This is glued in place, as you saw with the residue. It's got nothing to do with that metal thing, the fastener. And then the wheels are really inset. The wheel/tire is one piece of plastic. And this has 5 spokes, but it's got nicely painted white walls on the tire. I've never seen that before. Alright, so yeah, really interesting. Yeah, I only wish, I'm wondering about what that Q-tip, I'm trying to scrape off the pink paint off of that white thing, which I think is just a sticker. No, I'm gonna have to probably go in and paint that myself later on with some white paint. Yeah. Okay, well. So, this is an ambulance, obviously, for Los Angeles. Looks like Typical cabin on frame ambulance. This is part E762. And again, a slide out box. Oh boy, let's hope that this is coated here, so that's good. And I guess you pull this tab, maybe? No, maybe. I was thinking it would help get it out, but I think gravity would do the job better. Alright, so all of this was coated, except for the top. So the top, actually, I don't see much scratching there. So I'm in good shape. Boy, this is a heavy one. I gotta pull out the scale on this one. So being solid wood, the pink car is weighing in at 58 grams. This one is weighing in at 130. Yeah, so the reason why is, weight is important for a rolling toy. The heavier it is, the further it's going to roll. And it gives you like a sense of satisfaction, I suppose. If you want like a fidget toy on your desk, if you're an adult, that is, at work or something. So they roll pretty well, because that's what they're supposed to do, just be rolling toys. Alright, so this is all tampo printed paint, so it's not a sticker or a decal. It should be good at least until you dent the thing. And it's pretty smooth, actually. There's a little bit of an air gap here, being wood, one piece maybe warped differently than the other. In fact, the bottom I don't even think is flat. I think it's curving up this way. Sadly, oh, never mind, thankfully. That's just some dust, I guess. So you got these drilled out holes with flat surfaces. I think these are just stickers inset. But being inset, they're not going to peel off, hopefully. And just a big high cabin here and a really cool translucent red light plastic with, I think, a metal base. A little yellow tampo printing for those lights. This side is a mirror image. And then we have the cool hazard striping on the back, which is, I guess, part of the bottom. And then there we go, some more tampo printing. This 27765 registration or something. What's going on here? Oh, I thought this was probably part of that, but I think it's actually a separate piece of wood. So I feel like we have one piece of wood here for this whole base. Second, third, fourth. 4 pieces of wood to put this thing together. And then we have the die-cast base, and it's just a different color, but same casting as the one on the pink sedan. Alright, yeah, that's cool. You can see from the side, the tire's recessed because the wood's on the outside of this thing. Interesting. And this one has dished out like dome wheels with the Candylab Industries printed on the tire area. Alright. So, yeah. Yeah, they roll. Okay. Compared to a few other ones. Let me change the camera angle again. So, the police car comes to mind when I see this, because I think the bodies are the same. Yeah, the top and the bottom are the same. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, so I might have some sniffling effects in this video, because my nose is now runny. But yeah, the front ends, right? They're supposed to be identical. I thought this was CNC milled, but now seeing this, maybe this was hand drilled just perfectly. Actually, it's a little bit angled, but it doesn't bother me. And yeah, it's got this saw blade cut out for the rear. This one looks like it has a foil sticker, whereas this one looks like it's a foil print. It doesn't have it's a different kind of red. Hopefully you can see. The right side is far glossier because I think there's a clear plastic material or something, whereas this is just literally the foil. Okay, and then this one obviously has the light that came off that ambulance. The pink one has a crooked cabin, but luckily it's not hanging over the side of the body. Oh, I got a runny nose. Well, I wonder if I sound more congested than when I started this video, because my nose is all messed up. Okay, well, those 2 castings. And then they have a regular car ambulance as well. Yeah, I added these stickers from a different Candylab car, but this is a tampo print that it came with. And I added some jewel beads into those recesses. So, 2 ambulances now. And lastly, one of my favorites still, probably my favorite is the taco truck because I love hard shell tacos. And this one's actually done really well. All the colors are printed really nice. Still has the same base, just solid chunks of wood. So cars, trucks, ambulances, they got you covered here in this line. Yeah, this truck has really big drillings for the headlights. I kind of like this one with the double stacked headlights. Very cool. Very neat. Alright, so yeah, really cool stuff for me. I can totally understand if you're watching this video, you think this is just stupid. Because it's for 3-year-old children. But if you look at how many videos I've reviewed, I've already gone down the path of realistic looking scale model cars. You know, I've already gone down the path of RC cars. I've gone down the path of so many hobbies that this is now where I've ended up. Just things for really small kids. But the simplicity of them is kind of cool. It takes me back to when I was a kid playing with wooden toy blocks and stuff like that. So, very neat. Yeah, if you're shopping for something for your kid to play with, I think this is pretty cool because you're teaching them about sustainability, you know, wooden toy cars and stuff like that. And then obviously inspiring them to enjoy automobilia because these aren't exact representations of a specific vehicle, but the design cues are there that you can, you know, have some imagination and guess what it is. Like for me, Homer Simpson's sedan. Okay, well, anyways, we'll see you in the next Candylab video. Thanks for watching today. I just remembered I have a Homer Simpson's Lego, and you can see the Legos fit very well with the sizing of these things. So, don't.